Hey everyone, I'm Enewtabie. I'm not Cato.
He's not Cato, and I'm not Jack, aka BaCon.
Yeah. So we're going to do the T-Formers June 2022 news top 10. We've got BaCon here. Say hello, BaCon.
And just with a side of eggs, no toast today. Sorry, Cato.
Hungry already. So what we're going to do is we're going to show the top 10, and we'll go over it and talk about some new things that maybe you haven't heard or didn't see. There's a couple things in here I don't remember hearing about, so it'd be actually new for me. So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, man, that month flew by, and it's kind of weird because we had that stream in the middle there, but I guess there wasn't a whole lot of new stuff in the stream, as we will see.
Yeah, June was quick. It was short. So, all right, let me see here. Let's be gentle, folks. This is I think it's the first time I've done this. Share screen, Chrome tab. All right. Can everybody see that? You see that? We've got top 10 news stories, including the following. So we'll just go to the first one. It's Jada Hollywood Rides.
A big ass wide. What do you got? Like a super ultra wide wraparound gaming screen there?
Yeah, it's like 35.
Oh, nice.
So Decepticon Nemesis Prime.
Yes, sirree.
This looks pretty good. Diecast.
So it is. It's exactly like the if you have the 128 or the 132,
right?
Optimus Prime from them, that G11. Although this is the bigger scale, the 128. It's actually right here.
So can you see? I don't know if it's sharing the right thing here. Can you see the on your screen?
I don't see any update on the screen. Are you clicking on the link?
Yeah, I did. It opened it up. Maybe it opened it up into another tab.
But that's what it did.
Yeah, let's do that. Having some problems here. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. All right, now we can see it.
Yeah.
How does Cato do this so smoothly? I don't understand
it. It was all that payola. Sorry, Cato.
So yeah, this looks good. 124.
It's huge, man. Look how big this thing is. That's a lot of prime there.
Wow.
But man, I just love how they did on these 128s where they have the extra piping on the side and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw it like one time in the store and never actually saw it anymore since then. I didn't pick it up because
this one you have to order online directly from their site, that new Next Jada club thing that they have.
Okay. All right. So that looks pretty good.
And I think they'll be at Comic-Con and probably other cons. It was at the Anime Con a couple weekends ago down in LA. So they're touring with that for the show. I think that's their con exclusive.
So how should I do this so I get back? Because I'm having a problem with mine, like going.
Well, here it should stay in the same tab if you go back to the home page, and then click on that same thing again, on the same story.
I'm just clicking here.
Yeah, and then go down to the top 100.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
And I bet you if you hit the next link, it'll open in that window again.
And then we'll just, all right. So number 2.
And then you should be able to hit back to get back.
Okay. See, computer knowledge. Look at it.
I think so.
So number 2 is Takara Tomi's masterpiece MP57 Skyfire Jetfire official images. I'll open this up.
There we go. Work. Yeah.
Just let you know, I already pre-ordered this. I've watched the video on it. This thing is fantastic.
Oh my God, man. You know, when it wasn't until I saw the video that I was like, oh, whoa, this is like over the top.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the video like 2 or 3 times. I can't find a flaw with it.
Well, knock on wood.
Yeah, I mean, the transformation is fantastic. It's smart, right? The bot looks spot on. It comes with like minifigures. It looks great in both modes. It's big. The price is fantastic.
Yeah, I was really surprised, man. I thought it was going to be way more.
Yeah, I did too, because I think we were talking before this. They announced the price. There were some rumors it was coming, and I was like, oh, $399 easily, $499, because Prime was right at 500, 450, something like that.
And this thing is big. It's huge. It's one of the biggest single MPs they've done, I think.
Yeah. Did you see him? Did you see the picture like where I think it's like MP Prime is right beside him or whatever? He's got the different, and it's probably in here, but it's they've scaled him beside MP Prime. He's humongous.
Yeah. There's that Wafoda
that's it.
video review that dude in Japan, that Takara sent him one. It's not on here because it was from this month. But
okay.
Yeah, I watched that and I'm like just blown away how big that thing is. So, and the way they made all the new joints and stuff, you're right. Yeah. And the little compartments they have on the jet mode, and it's just sick.
Yeah. This is easily, a lot of times MP to me is kind of high priced on some things. Hound Prime was very expensive, but something like this at that price, that's an easy purchase right there. Especially when you talk about the third party is like more than that, and I don't think looks as good as this, to be honest with you.
Oh well, you hit the nail on the head, man. I thought that the MP series, when they tried to get everything in scale, and this is part of that, obviously, that some of the newer, smaller figures were not up to MP quality like that. Like some, the Primal was, but for me, the MP44 just was way too much money for what you got. I liked when they did the first series where you got these die-cast figures and they had hydraulics and all this stuff instead of...
I would have liked to see them release a trailerless version, just the bot with the gun, the axe, no trailer, no all the...
Yeah, well, they ended up doing that with the Nemesis. And I thought for sure that was eventually what we were going to get, was like a cartoon color or a chrome color or something just alone. And the Nemesis one alone, I think, is under 200, but still a lot. So to me, this is back to kind of like the original MP, where you just had like big, giant, chunky toys that had incredible features.
Yeah. The way the back compresses with the jet turbines and all that, and the wings, that was actually impressive. I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, I noticed that too. The way when he puts them in the robot mode and all of that stuff slips in, and even the thrusters slide up.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, let's see.
Be hard to put on your shelf though. That's a tall figure.
Yeah, it's gonna
I keep having that problem with all these toys.
Yeah. All right, number 3 is leaked leader Holiday Optimus Prime and Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime listing.
There really isn't much to see on here, but
got some price listing. We got the TRA Gen, which if you bought any Transformers online, you see that a lot. Holiday Optimus Prime, $55.99, and we've got...
So these are both going to be leader class.
Cyclops. So who's Cyclops? Is that TF7?
Cyclops is Optimus Primal, sorry.
Optimus Prime, okay. All right.
So, or supposed to be the code name for him. So,
okay.
I guess these are like their Christmas deals. They're trying to offer up some kind of special exclusives in the Studio Series line. So they for these Christmas things, and I guess we're gonna get one Prime and one Primal. It's kind of interesting. I guess they had this plan for the movie, but the movie would have already been out by now.
Yeah. Is this the new price on leaders? $55.99?
Probably.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
That, or it's because it's a store exclusive.
Maybe, yeah. That makes sense.
That might be the other reason. I don't know.
All right. So that's pretty cool.
I
think I got the hang of this now.
End up being Amazon, I bet you.
Yeah.
Or Walmart.
All right, let's go. Number 4 is Transformers crossover G.I. Joe Bumblebee All Striker and Stalker set revealed. I pre-ordered this as soon as it went up.
Yeah, man. They did a great job. I was expecting Optimus Prime, but oh well.
Yeah.
I obviously they're gonna do a lot of these, right?
Yeah.
I think
thought maybe something like this would be Hound instead of Bumblebee, but I get Bumblebee's popularity, and Hound maybe would work with the what was the Jeep Vamp or whatever.
That's a good point. But you're right. Hound isn't a very popular character.
Yeah, I think this looks pretty good.
What I love is how, and I guess this is going to be the case through the whole series, where they have this kind of mech setup where you got the dude riding on the back of the robot.
Yeah, because his tank I think has you can ride in the turret on the back or whatever.
Yeah, and then also in the front, and he can ride in the front too when he's in the alternate mode.
Yeah. One thing I did notice here that is a good sign. I don't see as much hollowness like in the legs or even it looks like covers on the arm here. And vehicle mode, vehicle mode looks just like the toy. I mean, they did a great job of that.
Yeah, same. It's just amazing how they can actually fit that robot in there, and you're used to it all the time with the Transformers, but they didn't compromise with this one or with the Megatron one. So,
they could have done Beachcomber. That's right.
I want that damn Prime one.
Yeah.
Although, honestly, if they never made a Prime one, I'd be happy with the STC Commander. That thing is just killer. They're not going to touch that, I know. So, oh well.
What do you think about this split packaging here with the half box that comes apart?
I think it's awesome, man. I don't know if you watched that unboxing video
on the His Tank.
Geek Culture put out.
His Tank. Yeah.
And I love packaging. I think you can sympathize. Boxes.
Yeah, I got a few boxes. I'm opening more, but I got a few boxes. But yeah, I like the packaging on that. I like the split kind of Transformers one side, G.I. Joe on the other. That kind of makes sense. And even you got kind of like a cross, like a X kind of a crossover.
Yeah, it's great.
Box right there,
what I like about them doing these boxes now without windows on them is we get more box art. I don't know if you've seen those Studio Series ones where they've taken the windows off the deluxe box, and now the art is way bigger.
Yeah, I think eventually they're gonna kind of go like the Generation Selects and stop even doing the printed art.
I wonder.
Maybe get away from it. I hope not, but let's see. All right, let's go back.
I'm not into G.I. Joe, so I didn't go for this. But if they do a Prime, I will get it. Hasbro.
Yeah. Gotta have Prime, right? Number 5, Transformers Masterpiece MPG 03 Yukikaze official reveal images and details. Let's open this up here.
Now, what I'm kind of amazed by is I don't know when Takara ever put out so many masterpieces. We're overflowing at masterpieces all of a sudden.
So this is part of Raiden. This is their MPG line for.
Yeah, this is the third.
Yeah.
The third piece.
It seems though that people who've gotten the I forget what the first one's called, but the blue and white.
The Shoki.
Yeah, seem to like it for the most part. A lot of clear plastic in it, but it looks good.
I've been hard pressed. I have the original Takara Raiden set from Japan, and
a little bit of money right there.
Yeah, it's kind of, so on one hand, it's like, do I want to spend another, what? You're probably going to spend almost that much right there for that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And part of me wonders if they just saw those third-party ones coming, and they kind of rushed to do their own masterpiece line. But I'm kind of surprised. These look pretty comparable to the Moon Studio ones.
Yeah, I've got the Moon Studios, and The one thing I'll say, the trains, while the Moon Studio bots look better, the trains look better on this version. Well,
Yeah.
that's probably, they wanted to make it accurate to the trains in Japan and all that. So I understand that.
Oh, yeah, definitely, because those trains are a big deal there. And I think also Moon Studio kind of saw that as a way to back off a little bit from stepping on Takara's toes too much, because the Moon Studio ones look a little cartoony in train mode.
Yeah.
Although they are nice.
Yeah, I think if the price was a little lower, if we were coming in at like probably 120, then I might would try these out. But it's just a hard sell for me. Just at that scale, it's not quite masterpiece, but I've seen some pictures where it sort of is, but I don't know. It just seems a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, I was looking at T-Man's review, and I was surprised how big the train was. It's like a foot long.
Yeah, it's cool. I watched his review, and it kind of got me interested in a little bit, but it's kind of hard to have two sets of trains.
I have a feeling there's going to be a box set.
That would make a lot of sense. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
They did that with Combiner Wars. They did it with the Devastator. So I bet you we'll get one with this.
Let me see. There was just one link on that one. All right.
Which won't be cheap.
Number 6, Transformers collaborations from Hasbro coming to Target on June 24th. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. You can jump down to the other links.
Okay. Let me back up.
This is that Tonka Stater.
Oh, yeah, I saw this. Yeah, no interest at all, especially for a repaint on the G1 at $100 and some.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's a neat idea that they did it.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know who buys this, right?
There's been so many Devastators and there's so many knockoffs, and who doesn't have a Devastator team or few?
Yeah. Especially, this is about, even when they did the re-release on G1, they did a couple of years ago. That was $70. This is $35 more than that for a Tonka name, and no diecast at all, right? So it's kind of what.
Tonka I don't know if there's in these. Does it say? You probably would have pushed it real hard if it was.
Yeah.
I bet you these go on clearance. You'll see them.
Yeah. Now maybe
a big stack of them, and they'll probably go down.
I see this in the store, $30-$40. Then okay, yeah, I can do that. Let's click this other link. Take a look. This is the Street Fighter.
And then there's the other hilarity. It's funny, these are both recycled sets.
So this is let me see which figures these are based on. So is that the one on the left, is that based on, who's that? Which one is that? Is that
so you got the Megatron.
Yeah.
That is based on the Combiner Wars Megatron.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And as M. Bison, and then you got Ryu as Optimus Prime based on that G2 Laser Prime tanker from Combiner Wars.
Is that what it is? I thought it was G2 Prime by these shoulders, but I was like, which one is this? It's been so long. Really, no interest for me, but there's a lot of Street Fighter fans.
I already have them. These came out ages ago, years ago.
Oh. What's the price on this?
$75.
$75.
Well, it's $112 for the Ryu and for the Prime versus Megatron, and then the other set they have is Ken versus Chun-Li, which is the Hot Rod versus the Thrilling 30.
Actually doesn't look bad, to be honest with you.
No, actually, it's that Thrilling 30 mold. So
yeah.
I liked these when they came out years ago, but now I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
2017, and I think you could still find them probably in a lot of shops and on eBay and stuff.
This just kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Well, they did these for the 25th anniversary, and now it's the 30th anniversary of Street Fighter. So I guess this is what Hasbro had on hand, and they went for it.
That's cool. All right.
Like we were saying earlier, man, too much stuff to buy.
Yeah. Well, luckily, I'll be able to skip
that goes
these.
to the bottom of the list real quick.
Yeah. Number 7, Transformers: Rise of the Beast Terracon faction symbol confirmed. I have not seen this, so this would be interesting. I'd seen the front of the truck with all the emblems, like from different things, but here's the actual emblem.
Yeah, this is actually the mast piece right on the top there. I tried to put that image in there so you could see.
Yeah.
Those other little badges are Predacons and Terracons and so Autobot symbols.
Assuming this is all bots that Scourge has killed.
I'm always amazed at how the fandom constantly monitors patents and just totally mental stuff. Like, who the crap is looking at the patent office search every day?
Some people do it.
Who
like
finds
a lot of
hallelujah to whoever brings this stuff up? You're a great help. Thank you.
That's a cool looking symbol, though. Is that? Now, has that been used before? It doesn't look familiar.
Well, to me, it looks a little bit like kind of a bit from the Autobots on the top there. And then the bottom part looks a little bit kind of like the Maximals. So, I mean, it's maybe he's like a double agent or something, or he used to be a good guy, and now he's a bad guy, or this kind of Dinobot dynamic thing.
It's different.
But the other way, they seem to mix these things up in the movies on purpose.
I just wonder how this movie's going to do. I don't get a good feel, and that's just the vibe I get. And it may be fantastic. I get that we're like going to take a real big step back from Bumblebee. And I hope I'm wrong.
Well, it's funny because just today I was flipping through the channels and Bumblebee was on, and I watched about 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, even this is pretty bad. But I think they have a lot of room to move. I mean, I think the movies improve a lot as long as they don't have a lot of that potty humor that Bay used.
Yeah.
I think that's what improved Bumblebee a lot, it was just more serious and focused. And
could stay away from so much of the kids and humor stuff and like focus on the actual characters of the robots a little bit more. I think you would get the actual fans that watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy it more.
Just give us the robots. This is not rocket science. Well, maybe it is.
Maybe. See, all right, let's go. All right, here we go. Transformers fan stream live report. Legacy Velocitron Red Shattered Glass 4. So quite a bit here. Great stream. Isabella started us off great as usual.
Yeah, I always feel bad for her. She has to hawk all of that game and comic stuff that everybody just wants to gloss over and get to the toys. But hey, here we go.
Yeah. So we talked about the virtual reality game. No interest at all, but some people probably like virtual reality stuff.
This one, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you've seen, it's kind of been bouncing around like starting before the pandemic. It's that.
Yeah, I remember something
the Dave and Buster's game. It's like a big chair you have to sit in. And
oh, yeah. I believe I've seen that.
I think the chair is actually mechanized, that when you sit in it, it spins and stuff. Maybe I'm wrong, but so I guess it must be interesting to watch people sitting in there playing the game. But I guess a lot of those games at Dave and Buster's are like that.
Yeah. Then we talked about Tubbs, Collectible Ducks, Optimus, and Megatron.
More stuff not to buy. And the Lego Prime, of course.
Lego Prime, very cool. I know you got it. A bunch of people got it. It looks great. I didn't pick it up just because I can't go down the Lego hole. That's big hole to go down, but it looks very cool. And hopefully
it is. I'll be honest with you, I got it and I as soon as I built it, I'm like, God, I love Legos. I want to do more. And then as I like started to fiddle with it and stuff, I'm like, I like my Transformers much more, you know?
Yeah.
You put the arm up and it falls off. And after a little while, I'm like constantly tightening up everything and trying to keep it like, finally, I just put it in the pose I want and it's on the shelf and I'm done with it.
Well, it was surprising to me because I didn't realize Lego had anything to do with Transformers at all. I just
No, they didn't, and they've been rivals for a long time. I think if you look at both of their products that they make, Lego has been trying to kind of encroach on Transformers for a long time, like with the why can't I remember that stupid thing? The whole those robots that they made years ago.
Oh yeah. What was that? I don't remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so they had those with a TV show and all that stuff that went with it, and then you got Hasbro literally trying to make Lego sets with BTR and Creo and all that stuff, which were great. I actually thought those were awesome sets until I got that Optimus Prime and I was like, oh, these Creo sets are junk. They're only like 150 parts and stuff.
Yeah. So here we go. Velocitron Speedia 500 collection. And really knocking out some bangers right here. We got Blur Deluxe class using the 86 mold. It's got the new head sculpt. This is the IDW version, so maybe a sign of some IDW bots. I know they announced Tarn is coming down the road. Well, maybe they didn't announce it, but I've seen it on a list. So maybe I should take that back. But so maybe more IDW stuff. That'd be very cool.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm a huge IDW design fan. I would love to see like a proper War Within Prime and all of those great designs with Megatron and Starscream and all of them. They've reinvented everything and really nice looking stuff.
This looks good. I mean, it's really not a lot of difference other than the paint. It's got wheels on the alt mode on the front, but I'm getting this because this looks great. So.
Yeah. Well, I've said this before. They always kind of set us up. Sometimes they actually plan to do these a long time before, and they'll do the G1 version when they really had little features and stuff in their plan to do the IDW version. Like all these Diaclone stuff, how they kind of, speaking of burnout,
so
very clever how they figured out.
Diaclone Universe Burnout. This is basically skids with a different repaint and a different head. This is a female Autobot. No interest really in me for getting this. No real connection. It's cool though. They're doing some different things.
Yeah, I've been buying all the WFC stuff in the Diaclone versions because I sold I had a big Diaclone collection. I sold it all a while ago just because I got bored with it and it was worth a lot of money. And then I instantly started buying all of the WFC stuff. It's cheap, but they made so much I kind of burned out. And now I'm like, do I really want this? Do I want to go all the way?
So G2 Universe Road Rocket. I'm going to get this. The bike mode looked fantastic. The head sculpt looks good on this. The red paint looks good. Definitely.
And like I was just saying, I think they actually made, this is just my guess, they actually designed this mold with the G2 in mind. I think you can see that it looks like G2 more than Prime, but maybe they're that close. I don't know. Yeah.
They're going to get some use out of that bike. You're not going to.
Oh yeah, there's at least 2 more.
Yeah.
G2s to do and bring them on.
Yeah. Diaclone Universe Clampdown. So I thought they did a Clampdown Generation Select, didn't they?
They did his buddy, his deep cover.
Deep cover. Okay.
So eHobby way back when did these 2. They reissued. These are also Diaclone throwbacks, deep cover and Clampdown, and they were copies of Diaclone ones that they did in the eHobby special edition series. And so for whatever reason they renamed them back, then, and so now they're doing them now as those characters again. But they brought these guys into the universe somehow. They're gonna. I guess there's no show, but they were meant to be real characters.
Well, it looks clean. I mean, plenty of Lamborghinis going out there.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, another sideswipe mold. I've got
a few of them, so I'm not saying nothing.
I think I've got almost all of them by now. And you know, it sucks because I'm down to it's just one more. I gotta have it.
Yeah. So here's what I think is the hero of the show.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna say, star of the show was definitely the Cosmos.
Cosmos. That arm is killing me. Don't get me wrong. That arm we could hide, like another Autobot in there or something. But this looks great. This really looks great.
Larkin's layer will make the filler for it.
Yeah. I'm trying to finish the G1 arc crew through the first couple seasons. Like the first season, I think we're missing 4 out of that.
Oh, you're trying to get all the mini bots?
Yeah. So I think we need 4. I think Gears, Wind Charger. What is it? It's 4.
No, you're right. We've had Warpath and all the others. I didn't even think about them that they were going to do all the mini bots, and there we are.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm really glad. I was so happy when I heard they were doing Cosmos, and I wasn't sure because it kept popping up as X2 Cosmos, and I was like, what is that? So I'm glad they went with the UFO. The UFO in alt mode looks great.
Yeah, the top's a little huge, but
yeah,
I think it has the classic look all the way. They did it well.
Yeah, and I like the little flag. That's pretty cool. You could see you using that for other things. So.
Yep.
Road Hauler, Voyager class is just a repaint with a different head of grapple.
This is another throwback e-hobby exclusive. Damn it! I have all these. I should have brought them to show them on the show here. You could
one
the
quick
original
shot of episode 1, not episode 1, but of G1. I think it's his first season, maybe. They show him for a quick second.
Oh, really? I didn't even realize he was in there. I thought it was just a.
But they'll never show him again.
It's
just like he's moving something in crane mode, and that's it. And it was probably an animation error, paint error. He's probably supposed to have been grapple, but they just went with green. So.
And that's a great mold, man. You can't get enough.
No, I've got 2 of them. I got Inferno and Grapple, and one was better than the other one because of the pegs. But
Artfire too.
Yeah, that's the one I need to get him. Cybertron Universe Override. So this is cool. The only thing I know about this character really is Override beat Megatron in a race for the key. I remember that episode for some reason. So this is kind of cool. And I see this getting used for like IDW, Hot Rod, Getaway, just based on the alt mode alone.
Oh, definitely. I think they could. Well, they also did. What the hell was the name of that one? They did a dark version. Takara did a dark colored one, and he had a great name in Galaxy Force, Nitro Convoy. I have this figure too, but I don't know where it is. So, damn it, I got to remember to start pulling these things out so we can look at them.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get Override. That's on the list. So I think I got 3 or 4 of these whenever they go up, and then we
got Clown Pants Scourge.
We got Robots in Disguise 2000 Universe Scourge. I'll probably skip this because I don't usually get the Scourge or the Nemesis Primes. But it's a great mold. I love this figure. I got G2 Laser Prime. He's great. So,
yeah, I think they actually, the way that they're showing it kind of makes it look worse than it is when you see the images that Sam Smith put up on his Instagram page. That red isn't like magenta bright.
Yeah, no,
I think more toned down.
Yeah.
And so the figure looks a lot more like the original red figure than it does when they show it like this with that pink red. I hope if it is still real bright, it puts me off. It's too bright, I think. But I hope they do a version that's accurate to the show. But frankly, I don't like this mold.
You know?
No, I think Well, I mean, it's
The
it's
arms
all
really
fine and
bugged
good.
me about it. That's
I
about it, I think.
I
The
love the
arms.
leader robot part, but the way they just slapped on the front on the top there, even though it's like the real one, and then to me the trailer is just a complete waste.
Oh, you gotta upgrade your trailer.
Yeah, I hate it so much that I don't want to upgrade it. I saw your review of Larkin's kit. I'm like, man, that's the kit right there. And I'm just like,
It's
yeah,
impressive how he was able to like make everything fire and disc fire and all that.
Yeah, he did a great job, and with
Yeah.
the thing on the top. But I literally have, I think, 6 of the original G2 versions. I have all the Takara ones. They did an Ultra Magnus and
good God.
It's ridiculous. It's tough being a Prime collection.
Yeah. Next up, we got Transformers Top Gun STCC edition for Paramount. Includes new blasters and motorcycle, and basically it's just tying into the Maverick movie release. It just fit. This looks, and this is my opinion. This looks bad. This jet mode looks pretty good because it's a jet, but I don't know, the bot just, I don't know. It looks bad. It's too skinny. I don't know. Just
we could do a whole show talking about robot aesthetic and, you know, all the questions I have over the years about sometimes you'll look at, I think Legacy is a good example. And sometimes you'll just see these figures that are just like, wait, did the new guy design that?
Yeah.
So this is definitely who was in the Takara meeting that said this was going to be good?
Makes you wonder. Did the new guys show up and just say, okay, this is great. Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
Skinny bug.
Speaking of new guy work.
Looking jet guy. Transformers red figures. Okay. So I'm kind of out on red just because I got a few and then, yeah, it's just, it is what it is. But if you like it, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we got Thundercracker. We got new closed boxes, so it's part of their packaging program. So no more plastic. So you just hope you get what you get. The Thundercracker looks pretty good, just based on this, the blue.
I think that what they're doing with the proportions and everything is great. I mean,
yeah.
And I really like the G1 ones, but when I got that Primal, I just hated that thing.
Yeah.
For me, this kind of plastic they use with these things doesn't work well with like non-blocky figures. So
yeah,
I'm thinking this Prime and this Megatron are going to be hard to pose.
I don't get the plastic choice. Like it's like such a low, feels like a low quality plastic compared to like what they Hasbro used throughout its other lines. Like it's not
like hard rubber.
It's not comparable to Legends or G.I. Joe or anything else that's an action figure. It's more like, hey, here's some extra stuff that was laying around. Let's make some robots out of it. Okay.
I would rather that they just kind of copy New Age in these guys and do like a 5-inch figure that's super articulated, right? Doesn't have to transform, or it could, but you know, I'd rather have that than this big, like that Primal one is so heavy. It's just too much plastic for that size figure.
Yeah.
And I can see this Prime, Optimus Prime, is probably going to be like that too.
Yeah. Well, he's so heavy on top, right? Anyway, just naturally, he's got big shoulders. The body's a lot wider, and you got skinny legs. So
I'll definitely get that one. I'm a big fan of that mold.
I think both him and Megatron look good.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know how well they're gonna pose. I like Prime. I love that show. It was a great show.
Yeah, it was a great show, man. It's almost too good. It's like you can't digest it because it's so intense.
Yeah, I watched him. It was like it didn't catch me at first, but like towards the end, it was really firing on all cylinders. Like you got the Predacons, and then the whole thing would. Once they brought in
the battles,
Shockwave came in and all that. So
the fighting and the battles are just. I can't think of any show that had better robots going head to head.
All right, so now we've got Shattered Glass Slicer Exosuit. So it's a nod to the Action Master Slicer, right? You got a
Yeah,
bug mode. You got Shattered Glass Roriichi. I can never say
it's
that.
a stretch, but
Uh, it's
they
two
got
bots that
creative
form
with it.
one, right? Or
I
parts
mean,
of
I definitely like the mecha mode most, but when they start trying to stretch this into the dune buggy and the other things, I'm like,
the. No, that didn't. Comes with a new comic. Ruby Red clear parts, new weapons for Wheeljack. Uh, I started on Shattered Glass, and it was cool, but it's just so, like I said, it's just so much stuff, right? So you gotta pick and choose your battles. But
well, I'm just glad they're affordable now. I mean, it used
yeah,
to be like you'd look at what they cost on the BotCon stuff on eBay, and it'd be like, oh, I'm not going to own those.
yeah.
And I can't believe the ones I have with the value on some of them now. It's ridiculous.
So STC, when is that?
That is the 21st through the 24th. What,
Okay.
2 weeks from now?
Yep. Transformers on display. Ben, Evan, Isabella will be there. You think we see anything new there?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, today they just announced there's going to be a panel.
Okay.
They're going to have a whole panel with reviews, with reveals. It does specifically say it's legacy stuff, but I don't. So I'm guessing it's going to be, could be anything from more Shattered Glass to Buzzworthy, that kind of thing. So hopefully they'll broadcast it and we can watch it. But if
that
not,
would be nice. I'd like to see that, like streaming from the show, and actually showing that, because I always like watching the convention videos that people put up of like the displays and stuff like that.
I wonder if they're going to do it, because if you think about it, and it's something I wonder a lot about, is how the pandemic is going to affect all these conventions. Is it done for these conventions, and people are going to prefer the live streams, or are these conventions going to come bouncing back? We shall see.
And probably from a financial perspective, so like if you look at like Nintendo, right? So they used to do a big E3 presentation every year, and then they just stopped. They just started doing their own online show everything. They don't, go.
Well,
Take the time
I
to
love
move.
that Hasbro gives us another stream every 2 months or 6
Yeah.
weeks. It's
Very
been
cool.
super fun, and when you see the booth that they set up, and they also have an entire Hasbro Pulse store inside the convention center. It's got to be millions of dollars that Hasbro spends to do Comic-Con. So,
Oh
yeah, I mean,
no doubt.
you see the booth, you can't believe how big and huge it is. And usually they have 5, 6, 8 cases of toys, just Transformers, and then one of those sections for Star Wars, and one for G.I. Joe, one for Marvel, and one. It's really fun to see, but man, those shows are exhausting. I'd be glad if I don't have to do many more of them.
Next up, first look at Transformers Legacy Buzzworthy Bumblebee Creatures Collide 4-pack. I'm very excited for this. It's already out in England. I want Goldbug and Ransack, and I don't care about the other two.
This is another one where I feel like they set us up, right? They just saved that Goldbug because they knew everyone wanted it.
Everybody wants Goldbug, and you want Ransack. You got the Insecticons.
And I wanted the show color Scorponok all along. And the Sky Wasp is actually even a Diaclone throwback homage. So damn them, they're way ahead of us.
that Goldbug looks great. That could be a very good selling separate release, but
right. And they kind of did the same thing with the Netflix Bumblebee, right?
Yeah.
And the Soundwave. So it's like a little bit of a shell game here going with it. So, well, at least they keep it good.
Yeah. So definitely going to get this. I'll probably get rid of the other two. I might keep Predacon and Scorponok just because of the paint, but I really have no interest in Sky Wasp. I already got a bunch of these now. I don't need another one, but definitely.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with the Waspinator, so
Yeah.
I'm
So-
behind the curve on that one.
This is in-demand toys. This is in England, and I know some people have this. The
Yeah,
Transformers
they're already out
UK
there.
guys got them. Jamie, I think, has it. So very cool.
I guess we'll end up seeing those at Target here soon.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. And then lastly, Elite Transformers Earthspark and Studio Series possible reveals. So we've got Earthspark toys. What let me see here. It was this like a Nickelodeon thing coming in Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I don't. Have you seen the teaser trailer they put out for Earthspark?
Maybe I did. Now that you say that, I feel like I've seen
Those
something.
of you out there who've been waiting for a clean reboot, no G1, no universe, no nothing. That's what this is the fresh new show. They got new Transformers characters and new kids. Bumblebee and Primer in it. So
are these the kids? Because it says Mark, Terry, Gabbro, Chester.
I assume, yeah. I mean, this is
$25.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit unclear as to what we're looking at here. Are these packs of PVC figures? Is it a multi-pack?
Maybe they're pretenders.
This is all leaked information. It says deluxe class assortment. So I don't know. I'm guessing that these are one figure in the case for $24.94.
Yeah.
$24.99. It's not all of them. Excuse me.
Yeah. $11.99 price point. I bet you it's something like Core Class because that's the kind of price range they are in. So maybe like a smaller figure.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. These also could be code names. They've gotten real good about Cyclops and using these weird names like that name that just came out for the movie Apollo, which is probably Rodimus or something.
And then finally, we've got Studio Series reveal. It's Bumblebee Generation Studio Series Voyager Nest 2. I know Nest was like wasn't that the military team or whatever from the movie?
Yeah. That's that World War II kind of style one.
Okay, all right.
So it's a Voyager, I guess, is the big news here.
Trying to think what would be big enough.
I'm not much of a Bumblebee fan, if you haven't gathered.
So cool. New stuff is always cool. So
that it is.
So that's the top 10 news stories. So which one's your favorite out of all this?
Let me see here. I'll have to refresh my brain. Well, obviously the Skyfire. I'm just like, when I saw the rumor for it, I was like, oh no, you're gonna dredge us through this again. I think what the really cool thing is about this is they can kind of make this definitive Jetfire now, right? We don't have to kind of pretend that Veritech one isn't there.
Yeah. So I think I would say, but for me, it's either the live stream with all the reveals for Velocitron or either Skyfire, Jetfire. It's probably Jetfire because that was so cool. Just the how you change the insignia, just slide it back on. That's
and the way the jetpack thing opens up and they have the little snap-ons for the faces and stuff to store.
Yeah.
If you saw that guy's video, it's
I still can't get over that price. Is $268 or roughly in that price range. That's cheap.
Well, I hope that's them. Takara going, you know what? We've got to rein this in and really get people back on board with us. And
yeah,
I mean what's that MPG going to end up costing you when it's done? $1,000,
Yeah. So we'll see. I like I said, got it pre-ordered. Can't wait to get it. I think it's next year.
Oh yeah. So,
but I will tell you that copy that he got looked pretty finished.
Yeah, they are actually. If you look at their Twitter page, I don't know how active they are on Facebook. I don't go on Facebook as much as Twitter for news. I don't hang out on either much, but I noticed on Twitter they've been posting the Watofa review, so they gave that to him. I'm sure they wanted to get an influencer to look at the Skyfire. That, and there were a couple of prototypes that got out, so
that
I
never
guess
happened.
they wanted to get ahead of that.
That never happened.
That was actually the first picture I saw of that thing was the prototype. So I was like, what? I thought for sure it was fake, but it's not.
No. And to me, it may be, out of all the stuff they've released, the most tune accurate looking bot that they've done. You know, I know they've gone tune with like Hound and stuff like that, but this is like completely different. This is take a picture of the cartoon, make it do a figure sort of thing.
Well, it's been a long haul. I think when they rebooted, that was after the MP10 and all that stuff. That was kind of the reason they ended, what I guess was kind of the phase 2 of the MPT Masterpiece series. And then they went into like the new phase where they rescaled everything. And that's why all of the Autobots and the soldiers and stuff are much smaller now. And we got the MP44 where they tried to make it actually perfect to the show look. And somehow they keep avoiding Megatron. But
yeah, I wonder why.
We can't do a tank for that. Damn it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for popping in the stream. You have anything else you want to mention, BaCon, before we head out of here? I think we're going to keep this under an hour, which worked out pretty good. That's kind of what I was expecting.
Almost just like before. We're a couple weeks away from San Diego Comic-Con. Should be lots of goodies coming, judging from all these leaks that have been coming the last few days.
Very cool.
So keep it dialed in. The next top 10 should be all SDC stuff.
Make sure to get all your news from tformers.com. All right, guys.
And thanks for hosting.
Oh, yeah.
Enewtabie.
I feel like I got a little bit better with it. The beginning there, we were having some issues, but we get it figured out.
You did great, man. I think.
All right. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for watching the stream. Like I said, check out T-Formers. Check out Cato and borrowing Cato's backgrounds and all his information and streaming to his channel. So just call me Cato. All right?
Enewtabie.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody watching. Thank you for checking out the stream, and I'll see you around like a donut.